Hi, I attend Charles Herbert Flowers High School and I'm a sophomore there.
Hi, I'm Kira Killerlane and I go to Huntington High School.
And our topic today is ultrasound. Good evening, we are Team 9, the Ultra Scanners. In the realm of healthcare, where every moment counts, ultrasound stands as a beacon of precision and hope. From the very inception of life to the challenges of failing health, it's often the first choice in imaging modalities for detecting and monitoring a plethora of conditions. What makes ultrasound truly remarkable is its simplicity and effectiveness. By harnessing the power of sound waves, skilled technologists navigate the intricate landscape of the body, revealing vital insights without the need for invasive procedures or harmful radiation. But its value extends far beyond its simplicity. With a wide array of specialties, ultrasound proves its versatility time and again. Whether it's assessing a mass or evaluating the cardiac function, it offers a non-invasive and cost-effective solution for diagnostic excellence. In the hands of dedicated professionals, ultrasound isn't just a tool, it's a lifeline. It enables swift diagnosis and tailored treatment plans, ensuring the best possible outcomes for patients. So let's celebrate ultrasound for what it truly is, a cornerstone of modern medicine, bringing clarity, compassion, and care to every heartbeat and every life it touches.
We did 2 diagnoses on what can be seen through ultrasound. The first one is fibroadenoma of the breast. A fibroadenoma is a non-cancerous breast tumor that is often seen in young women, most common between ages 13 and 35. Reproductive hormones may cause fibroadenomas. Most fibroadenomas don't need to be treated, although some doctors do suggest it being removed, especially if they keep growing or changing. The characteristics of a fibroadenoma on ultrasound imaging is an oval or round solid mass, generally with smooth borders. It is hypoechoic, an ultrasound term meaning not many echoes or sound waves are sent back to the transducer, which makes the mass appear as dark gray. The second one is polycystic ovarian syndrome, in short PCOS. It's a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. It occurs due to an imbalance in reproductive hormones, leading to a variety of symptoms and potential complications. Women with PCOS may experience infrequent, irregular, or prolonged menstrual cycles due to irregular ovulation or the absence of ovulation. Polycystic ovaries on ultrasound examination may appear enlarged and contain an abnormally high number of follicles. These follicles appear anechoic, an ultrasound term for a black or fluid fill structure like the bladder. A bladder transvaginal ultrasound is the best technique to visualize polycystic ovaries.
Ultrasound is usually the first preferred method of diagnosis imaging for many patients. Because most ultrasound exams are non-invasive and painless, it makes the exam suitable for patients of all ages. It is also less costly than other imaging modalities, which make it more affordable, especially for self-paying patients. An ultrasound technologist or a diagnostic medical sonographer is a healthcare provider that uses a special medical instrument to produce images of the inside of your body. As the eyes of the radiologist, a skilled ultrasound technologist provides images of a targeted area of a patient to be assessed and diagnosed by the radiologist. Ultrasound exams are very dependent on the ultrasound technologist to provide quality images to diagnose issues. An ultrasound technologist's responsibility is to include reviewing patients' medical history, preparing them for procedures, and educating them throughout the exam. Diagnostic activities might include locating tissue abnormalities or elevating the behavior of organs in motion. Communicating results to radiologists and other healthcare providers verbally or a written preliminary report is also a responsibility of the ultrasound technologist. Persons interested in choosing a career path as an ultrasound technologist have various specialties to choose from. These specialties are abdomen, breast, fetal echocardiography, adult echocardiography, obstetrics, sorry, and gynecology, pediatric sonography, vascular technology, and musculoskeletal sonography. To start a professional career as an ultrasound technologist, you must have a high school diploma or GED. You must attend a accredited diagnostic medical sonography program where you will first complete all prerequisites. Graduate with required program credits and clinical hours. Taking a national specialty registry of choice through American Registry of Diagnostic Medical Sonography.
Because of this project, I have learned a lot about the ultrasound field and a lot more that I can specialize in, and it's really opened my eyes to what I would possibly like to do in my future.
Through this project, I have learned everything that can be seen through ultrasound. I didn't know there were like different dimensionals that ultrasound can be viewed in, and this is now a field option that I would like to pursue in the future.
Doing this project has definitely made me more aware of other medical issues that people might have that I don't know about and they don't want to share. And it has definitely has definitely opened my eyes to like other stuff that young women have to deal with that I didn't even know existed until doing this project.
We would like to thank our mentor, Ms. Lisa Ward, who we couldn't have done this project without. She has been a huge help. And we are very grateful for her. That was it. Thank you.
The gatekeepers of every organization. So what is a TA partner? A TA partner is the person in HR who is in charge of the entire hiring process when it comes to employing people for an organization.
TA partners also have to be well versed in their roles. This includes knowing the in and outs of their roles so they can find the right candidate. It's important to not just to look at the resumes, but also look at how the applicant is portraying themselves.
To find the best applicants, TA partners have to use different tools such as job boards and social media such as Indeed and Career Builders to find the best candidates.
We did a lot of background research on what it is to be a TA partner, but we wanted to do more to have a better understanding of what it is to be a talent acquisition partner. So we decided to conduct our own mock interviews, and I'll hand it to Isabella to explain our rubric.
So our rubric consisted of 18 to 20 points as to being hired based on the resume, but also how the candidate portrays themselves. It also ranges from 15 to 17, being considered a candidate due to some lack in the areas, but still is eligible for that position. And then from there, it goes from 12 to 14, which is not really their ideal candidate, but it's still most likely someone that would be able to be there. And then 11 and below is not eligible. Although that means that you are not eligible, it doesn't mean you are not eligible for other companies. You are not eligible for our company due to the lag, and there may have been a better applicant.
So Charlene is our first interview. She'll explain more about her part.
So because this is a biomedical competition, we wanted to relate our project a little more to the biomedical field. So when doing our mock interviews, we all decided to apply for roles in the biomedical field. So on my resume, I acted as a new grad ultrasound tech, and Isabella did my interview.
So in Charlene's interview, she was able to portray herself as a confident person as well as being determined to have her position. She put in a lot of thoughts towards her answers, although she did not have as much experience. She got around 15 points, which would be considered for hiring, but due to the lack of experience, she would be considered and not hired on the spot automatically.
I was a second interview. I learned a lot from Charlene and Isabella's interview when doing my own. I interviewed as a MRI tech with experience, and Charlene was my interviewer.
Yeah, so I interviewed Kaylee, and her resume was amazing. She had a huge list of experience as well as an awesome education, and she was very confident when she spoke to me. She answered her questions right on the spot. You could tell that she knew what she was doing. She got 18 points. The only reason I deducted 2 points was because of her attire. It was a tad bit inappropriate for the interview that I was conducting. Other than that, 18 points, I hired her.
So my position was an experienced ultrasound tech, and I was interviewed by Kaylee.
During Isabella's interview, I thought she did a really good job. I liked the way she carried herself during the interview and the way she answered questions. I thought she was perfect for the position that she was being interviewed for. However, I thought she could be more professional during her interview. She laughed a little bit, so I deducted 2 points. But she still got 18 points, so that means she was hired. So during our research, we learned more statistics about talent acquisition partners. We thought it would be very important for people to understand how crucial this role is for a company. Talent acquisition partners need to find good candidates, and that's really hard to do. It's the first step in the hiring process, so we wanted to show how important they are. So about 67% of hiring managers say that finding a candidate was the hardest part of their job.
So, in conclusion, a TA partner is pretty much the gatekeeper of any organization, no matter what field it's in. The TA partners pick the people in an organization that will keep it running and flowing and will decide whether the company sinks or floats. And learning all of that during this project was really enlightening. When you think of a TA partner or a talent acquisition professional, you don't think much. You think their job is easy, but after working on this project, we've really been shown how awesome their world is and how much fun it is. And before we end, I would like to thank our judges for listening to us. I would like to thank the Patriots. I would like to thank RadNet, and most importantly, I would like to thank our absolutely wonderful mentor and our advisor, Dr. Woodruff.
My name is Hayden Estrella.
I am Mira Mateo.
I'm Angelo Caddybank.
And all of us attend Oxnell High School. We're sophomores in the Science and Tech program. So tonight, we're honored to present to you our presentation, The People Behind the PACS System. So I have a question for everyone in this room. Is anyone hot in here? If you are, raise your hand. Is anyone hot? Well, servers would be melting in the server room. And it's the PACS administrator's job to ensure that the room is cool, be sure that the servers are operating correctly, and just make sure that images are being stored, transmitted, and accessible.
Alright, so I want you to picture this. Imagine you're a medical professional and you just took an x-ray. So when you go to your computer, you try to pull it up, and it doesn't pull up. So this is where PACS administrators go in. They are basically the superheroes of the radiology IT field. They make sure that medical images are easily accessible for both patients and medical professionals, such as doctors.
So what is PACS? PACS, which stands for Picturing, Archiving, and Communication System, is used to digitally store medical images and share medical images to medical professionals and their patients. Imagine a hospital without PACS systems. Without the PACS system, we would be still using film, which over there on our exhibit board, and it would be stored, instead of being stored digitally, we would have it in person.
Yes, and as Angela was saying, we would have film copies, as you can see on our board, which is a lot to maintain. It can be eroded over time, and usually there's only one copy available. And because of that one copy, patients and doctors need to be sure that they know where they keep it. Additionally, with the PACS system, it allows patients and doctors to view them digitally, like Angelo said. And the whole career of the PACS administrator is to ensure they maintain and make sure the digital images are accessible.
All right, right now I switched it to the corroded physical copy, so you can see that too, to your left. I'm not sure if all you guys can see it, but it's right there. Sorry. Also, one of the things that PACS administrators do on a daily basis is assist in the installation, relocation, and configuration of PACS systems, which include the hardware and software.
Some benefits of being a PACS administrator is that you would always keep on learning every day. There's something new instead of just having solely just doing the same thing every day. There's always going to be problems. You have to contact IT specialists and vendors if there's a problem, because there's always going to be a problem.
And to add on what Angelo said, for example, a radiologist takes an MRI scan and maybe the name is incorrect, the date is incorrect, and that's a really big problem because we don't want to mix anyone's information up in the electronic health records. And so, as a PACS administrator, radiologists will contact the PACS administrator about this problem, and then the PACS administrator would go to the vendor. So, if you see that little, on the right-hand side, there is a little sliver, that's the child server inside a server room. And so, the vendors provide that storage for the images. And so, the PACS administrator would go back and forth with the vendor, trying to troubleshoot and find a solution to the problem.
Also, I'm going to give you 2 qualifications to become a PACS administrator, if any of you guys are interested. So one is that you have to have a bachelor's degree in a science-related field. And a second one is that you have to have at least 5 years in IT, in an IT-related field. Oh, also, if you look at our exhibit board, right next to qualifications in management, you will see a picture of Corey, one of the RadNet PACS administrators, in the RadNet Brockville area, in the server room.
Yeah.
There were many things we learned from all of the months with our mentor Vanjie, and one of the main things was communication and collaboration with different healthcare professionals. PACS administrators are, although you don't hear their name every day like MRIs or CTs, they're definitely there to support radiologists and the different medical images that they have to store.
One of the things that I learned in the many weeks that we spent on Zoom with Vanjie is that, and it can be applied to everyday life too. So we are in an ever-changing world. Everything is changing constantly. Just like how in radiology, we went from physical copies to discs to now everything is online stored in a digital cloud. So I learned that in any business that you're in, you should welcome change, whether it's good or bad. You never know what the outcome could be.
And so to conclude, the PACS administrator maintains and ensures efficient patient outcomes within the radiology work field. They ensure that PACS is working, making sure that people are getting their images, and that patients are, well, having good health and being cared for. And
also, I believe that PACS administrators are really crucial to this field because without them, you can't really do anything. If your server's shut down, who's gonna upload, put them back up again? You can't really do anything.
And so we would like to thank our mentor Vanjie, who's filming right there. We would like to thank our advisor, Dr. Woodruff.
We would also like to thank Patriots and RadNet is leading radiology forward.
high school, and the career that we got assigned was system specialist, from service to scan.
Now, what is a system specialist? A system specialist ensures that the software is working efficiently for doctors to use. The entire gist of a system specialist is to make sure that the web servers are accessible to the doctors for efficient patient care. It is ideal in order to be a system specialist to have an associate's degree, but it is more ideal to have a bachelor's degree in computer science or information science.
So system specialists, they play a vital role in the healthcare industry. They have a communication system, which is called the Picture Archiving Communication System, also known as PACS, and they're able to access medical imaging in which they're able to share with their radiologists.
Health system specialists solve a variety of issues, but the main issue that they solve are MRN issues. And MRN stands for medical record number, and that number is unique and specific to each patient. So for instance, a radiologist may input the wrong MRN numbers to the wrong patient, and that could mix up the imaging results. So if that were to happen, a system specialist would troubleshoot the system in order to fix the issue for the radiologist and patients.
Now, some statistics when it comes to system specialists is the average salary in Maryland. It varies from state to state, but in Maryland it averages for $60,000 a year. Especially depending on what degree that they have, the pay varies. Also, it is 90% in person, the job, since they're going to be troubleshooting.
Also, there's something that is called telemedicine. Telemedicine allows for the radiologist and for the system specialist to communicate with patients, even if they're not in the clinic itself or the office, in which is a very efficient and innovative way to ensure patient care.
With an uprise of certain diseases, system specialists can work to make computer-based systems that will provide weekly reports to state health departments that discuss the prevalence of certain diseases in certain communities, and they will do that by gathering information from central surveillance units, and then they will translate that information to the state health departments.
System specialists play a heavy role in radiology. A software called Picture Archiving Communication Systems helps radiologists do their job efficiently, and without system specialists, it wouldn't be able to be done.
There's also a variety of projects that system specialists, they actually work on. They aid in disease prevention and protection, in which this is very innovative in medicine, in which they aid in radiology as well.
As for the future of this career, system specialists are working to use AI and train AI to detect certain diseases and radiology scan results. So the way they'll do this is they'll train AI to look for certain patterns and modality scan image results. And as the AI will detect these certain patterns, this will greatly help radiologists, as it'll help ease the process for radiologists to diagnose patients and treat patients.
Throughout this project, we have learned so much about system specialists. We have able to learn about the career in the field, and we want to give a big special thank you to our mentor, Mr. Seymour, and our sponsor, Dr. Woodruff. So thank you so much.
You don't see their faces.
My name is
So
Noah
you see the
Carroll,
side
and
of
I'm
their
from
faces.
Patriots High School.
You see the side of their faces.
Our topic is the impact/role of software engineering in radiology. Software engineering is a branch of computer science that deals with the design, development, testing, and maintenance of software applications. Artificial intelligence, or AI, development falls within the realm of software engineering. It involves designing, building, and maintaining software systems that use AI techniques to do tasks that would usually require human intelligence. In radiology, the blend of software engineering and AI is revolutionizing cancer detection. AI algorithms improve breast cancer screening accuracy from mammograms. A study published in journal Nature in 2020 showed the effectiveness of an AI system developed by Google Health. In analyzing mammograms, the system called DeepMind showed a 5.7% reduction in false positives and a 9.4% reduction in false negatives compared to human radiologists. Software engineering is a foundation for a radiology career because of its broad applicability across the various aspects of medical imaging and healthcare. Medical imaging softwares is an example of software engineers' specialty in radiology. These softwares are specialized computer programs designed to process, analyze, and visualize medical images such as X-rays, MRI scans, CT scans, and ultrasounds.
We were sponsored by a specialist in breast cancer screening, Mr. Sage Han. He works on designing AI algorithms and software to assist radiologists in detecting breast cancer from mammogram images. He's trained AI by using vast data sets of mammogram images to identify patterns and anomalies that may be difficult for the human eye to detect. He utilizes AI-driven insights to help radiologists identify subtle signs of cancer at an earlier stage, allowing a patient to be treated sooner and quicker than if AI wasn't used at all.
Picture archiving and communication systems, also known as PACs, is a software engineer's specialty as well. They are software systems used for storing, retrieving, distributing, and presenting medical images. Software engineering fundamentals are important in the design, development, and maintenance of PACs. This also involves ensuring data security, scalability, interoperability with other healthcare systems, and user-friendly interfaces for radiologists and other medical professionals in general.
Speaking of software engineering, there are different applications of software engineering in radiology, like medical imaging, machine learning algorithms, interpreting data, and mammogram analysis. The benefits of software engineering in radiology after the applications will lead up to sped up diagnosis, enhanced efficiency, improved patient care, streamlined data management, and optimized billing processes. I would like to thank our sponsor, Mr. Sage Han, and our advisor, Ms. Kalika White, for helping us on our project. We had a third member, but he got sick early into production, so he couldn't make it. So we had to do this on our own. But I'm sure he would be happy to be presenting with us here today.
And we are Team 4, the KMS Cougars. We are all 8th graders, and yes, we attend Caring Middle School. So, our topic is based on the East Coast Lead Trainer and Soft Skills in Radiology. Our team, the KMS Cougars, work with the East Coast Training and Development Lead at RadNet. This person's primary role is to identify specific training needs within the organization and assist within in the development and implementation of training and training programs to address soft skills needs within RadNet team members. Soft skills are an important part of radiology and STEM by helping to support the growth and development of emotional intelligence within team members. Team members having a positive attitude and positive interactions with patients not only allows them to feel value and purpose in their roles, but it encourages patients to return to their practice for future needs, thus ensuring business growth and job security. Having great soft skills also helps patients to feel cared for and supported during their visits. However, if it was the opposite and these employees did not have these elevated soft skills, it would really hurt business, because if you're not showing your patients respect and kindness and making just them feel uncomfortable overall, they're not going to want to come back to your business. And it's going to make you look bad, and it's just going to hurt you. So this is why we named our project the three-legged stool: people, technology, and patient care. Without any of these things, the others will not be successful.
Okay. As we initiated this project, in order to create the abstract, we interviewed and met weekly with Sarah, our mentor, and Daishan, our advisor. So, give me a second, please. When we're, okay, our mentor and advisor, Sarah Stewart and Deja Newton, were nothing but determined and devoted and amazing with our project. Fundamentally, we determined the management, the background, and the research objectives. Since we were researching on Sarah Stewart, our mentor, she is an HR development team leader of training and development. She feels it's more important to self-manage by ways of being organized, listening to direction and feedback, which gives her a sense of purpose and value. These things help her in her day-to-day role and its effectiveness. This person supports the training and development of team members and training programs, showcasing soft skills, thus enhancing the patient's overall experience, which reflects on the business and its overall image.
To perform our research, we met and interviewed the East Coast lead trainer. We also reviewed articles based on statistics and facts about the need for soft skills in the workforce of 2024. Additionally, we learned how to bridge technology and the use of soft skills in patient care for positive, impactful outcomes. For the website, I created the page on the website biomedcougars.com. I wanted to showcase how soft skills are important. I included a blog post that features current research on why soft skills are important and have a quote from former President Barack Obama. Soft skills are critical for businesses to function positively and profitably.
So what I took from all this is that soft skills is something that should be used in every single career, not just the radiology or the medical field. And essentially, I think from that I can take soft skills for when I want to, for my future career, because I want to pursue a career in becoming a veterinarian, and I want people to feel safe with me taking care of their animals. So with soft skills, I can make people feel respected, valued, and comfortable.
Okay. My career goal is to be a dermatologist. I want people to feel kindness for me and really trust me with their skin and their life in general, because skin is a really important part and the way you present yourself to others. So soft skills will help me in a dermatology career, because soft skills truly are empathy, kindness, and how you communicate with others. So I hope to use this lesson and really incorporate it in my future career.
Yeah.
My career goal is to be in tech, and how soft skills will help me is that
Yes, healthy. Yes, it's healthy.
What I learned is that soft skills can help improve businesses profitably and positively.
We felt that her role overall is an impactful one because it ties STEM technology and the people aspect of business together. Thank you all for listening to our presentation and just being here in general. We really appreciate it, and I would like to thank Deja, our advisor, and Sarah, who couldn't be here today, but they were so devoted to us, even when we did not have a mentor at first. But yes, I really appreciate them.
I'm from Reservoir High School. My name is Aviva Karoma, and I'm also from Reservoir High School, and we're both sophomores.
And our assigned topic of choice was digital marketing in the medical field.
Have you ever wondered how advanced medical imaging techniques like X-rays and MRIs are not only diagnostic tools, but also forms of visual communication? Well, this is done through the use of graphic design.
So there's many different ways graphic design can be used, such as logos, website layouts, advertisements, infographics, and it holds importance in the graphic design, in the radiology field as well. And one of the main principles that is used in graphic design is the craft principle. Even though the name sounds a little weird, it stands for contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. And a lot of graphic designers use this and incorporate it into their designs, and it really draws the audience in. And so the contrast stands for making elements visually different yet complementary. And you can, like, if you guys are familiar with the color wheel, there's opposite colors attract each other and they stand out nicely against each other. They use repetition, like with symbols and different patterns. They use alignment, like to improve the overall aesthetic of their pieces, and they use proximity to group similar elements together.
So RadNet, which is the leading firm for radiology, they perform medical imaging services like MRIs, CT scans, and X-rays. And it's important that they have graphic design to help build trust and credibility. And a survey by Stanford University found that 75% of users judge a company's credibility based on its website design. And this is important so that way that people, like, they trust where they're getting their information from and they want to learn more about it.
So graphic design plays a huge role in the medical field, and even though it's an overlooked career, graphic design is present everywhere. Like wherever you go, there's always advertisements, logos, and especially in this digital world, you're always being exposed to some sort of ad online, and that's why it's really important to understand how and like what tools they use to attract you to their work.
And so we learned through our research, we also learned about digital marketing firm here at radiology. We learned about their process and how basically they first come up with a plan once they get an assignment, and then they use an app called Asana, which they communicate with other team members and like the people who want the design, and they just come up with, once they come to an agreement on a design, they send it to the person, and then they're able to publish it.
So in conclusion, graphic design plays a very important role in radiology, mainly concerning and building trust within like the industry. It's a way for patients to be more secure with their decisions. For example, like if you were in a medical room and you see images
a mammogram, for example, and you are kind of insecure and like you're not very confident about what's going to happen, you can use like different infographics to help you understand that process better. Okay, so and this project really helped us understand the field as a whole, and it changed our perspective on the field as well. And graphic design is a very overlooked field, especially within the medical realm. So after this research and after learning more about graphic design, we realized its importance and like how it's deeply rooted in everything we do.
That's it. And we'd like to thank our mentor and advisor, Ali and Rosalind.
Are going the way they should be going. So I'm very thankful for this research because I was someone who, I know I wanted to join the healthcare field, but I always wanted to, be in direct communications with the patients and not necessarily be on the administration side. But I've definitely learned from this research that clinical operations managers, they are helping patients, although it may not be face-to-face, but they basically can save lives just by managing and making sure everything goes the way it's planned. And they really are the spine of the whole operation of clinical trials. And it is important that, they're there just to make sure that all the patients are able to get the safety that they get.
And then, as what Lithia just said before, during this research, this really did change the course of what I wanted to do because I did want to work with patients directly, but even learning about radiology and ultrasound technicians, I really did. It really did help change the course of what I wanted to do. I still want to be a physical therapist, but even having the knowledge about this, I think that maybe in the future I would look into radiology, and it might even be something I choose to do in the future. But this was very informative, and I really enjoyed the experience of all of this.
We would like to thank our mentor, Ms. Janelle, and our advisor, Mrs. J.